Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are jumping into one of the most mind-bending scenes in the entire Bible. We're unpacking a specific interpretation of the throne room of heaven as described in Revelation chapters 4 and 5. Okay, so it all kicks off with this incredible invitation. The author, John, hears a voice like a trumpet telling him to come up here through an open door in heaven. Now, according to the source material, this isn't just about John's personal journey. It's seen as a symbolic moment with massive implications for everyone else. Now, to really get what's going on here, we have to understand a key concept: the rapture. The source we're looking at defines this as a kind of divine rescue mission. It's the idea that believers are physically removed from the earth right before a period of intense global chaos that's prophesied to happen. So why is this specific moment, John being called up, interpreted as the rapture? Well, the idea is that John isn't just acting as himself here. He's a stand-in, a symbol, for the entire church being whisked away from the world stage before all the trouble begins. And this interpretation isn't just pulled out of thin air. The case is built on a series of textual clues and patterns. For instance, the word church, which is all over the first 3 chapters, suddenly vanishes until the very end of the book. You've also got the sound of a trumpet and the specific command, come up here, both of which are linked to resurrection and the rapture in other parts of the Bible. It's all about connecting the dots within the text itself. So, John steps through that door and bam, it's a complete sensory overload. We're about to get a guided tour of what's described as the control center of the entire universe, the very throne room of God. And the description is incredibly organized. It's laid out for us based on 5 key locations, all in relation to the throne itself. This structure really helps you build a mental map of this unbelievable place, starting from the center and working your way out. Now, this room is far from empty. It's a bustling, heavenly court. Right there on the main throne is this brilliant, indescribable presence of light, interpreted as God Almighty. Surrounding him, you've got 24 elders on their own thrones who are seen as representing all the redeemed people of history. And then there are these 4 bizarre and amazing living creatures, which are understood to be very high-ranking angels. And here's a really cool detail that shows the hierarchy in this room. See, the elders are wearing crowns, but the original Greek word is Stephanos. That's not a king's crown. It's more like a laurel wreath, the prize an athlete gets for winning a race. Later, when Christ shows up, his crown is a diadem, a true royal crown of a sovereign ruler. It's a subtle but powerful way of showing that the elders are honored victors, but there's still only one king. This chant is basically the soundtrack of the throne room. It's what the 4 living creatures say over and over without ever stopping. The source material points out that holy is the only attribute of God that's ever repeated 3 times like this in the Bible, really hammering home his absolute perfection. And the chant also declares that he's eternal. He exists outside of our concept of past, present, and future. Okay, so right after this incredible scene of worship, the whole mood changes. A huge problem is about to be introduced, a cosmic crisis that literally brings heaven to a dead stop. Suddenly, there's a scroll in the right hand of God. And this thing is unusual. It's written on both the inside and the outside, which suggests it's just packed with information. And it's locked tight with 7 seals. The interpretation here is that this is nothing less than the title deed to planet Earth. It contains the destiny of the world and the entire plan for its redemption. Then, a mighty angel's voice booms across the cosmos with a challenge. Who is worthy? Who has the authority, the right, and the power to take this scroll and execute the plan? It's like a cosmic job posting for the most important role in the universe. And the answer is just crushing. A search is conducted through all of creation, heaven, earth, everywhere, and no one, not a single person, is found who is worthy. The whole plan to save the world seems to have hit a brick wall. And this is so devastating that John, the one watching all this, just breaks down and weeps. But right when all hope seems lost, one of the elders steps forward. He tells John, hey, stop crying, don't despair, because there is someone has prevailed. The hero of the story is about to make his entrance. And the hero is introduced with this ancient, powerful title, the Lion of the Tribe of Judah. This is a direct callback to a messianic prophecy from way back in the book of Genesis. It's a title of strength, royalty, and conquering power. And here is the central paradox, the big twist of the whole vision. John hears the announcement of a mighty, conquering lion, so he turns, expecting to see this powerful beast. But what he actually sees is a lamb, a small, sacrificial lamb. And crucially, it looks as though it had been slain. It still has the marks of its own death. His worthiness, his right to take the scroll, comes not from his power, but from his sacrifice. You know, this title is so important that it becomes his primary name for the rest of the book. He's called the Lamb 19 more times from this point on. It's a constant reminder that his ultimate identity is rooted in his redemptive sacrifice. The second the Lamb takes that scroll, it's like a dam of tension breaks. The absolute silence of heaven is shattered by this massive, rolling explosion of worship that just ripples out through all of creation. And the scale of this is just unimaginable. John tries to describe the number of angels he sees and hears, and he uses the phrase 10,000 times 10,000, basically over 100 million. He's trying to say it's a number so huge you can't even count it. And the choir just keeps getting bigger. It's not just angels. The 24 elders, representing redeemed humanity, join the song. And the text makes it a point to say that they come from every tribe and tongue and people and nation. It's this beautiful picture of radical diversity, all united in a single song of praise. You know, amidst all this epic praise, there's this really beautiful, intimate detail. The elders are holding these golden bowls filled with incense, and John is told that the sweet-smelling smoke isn't just incense. It represents the prayers of God's people. It's this incredible image that suggests that no prayer is ever lost or wasted. They're all collected and treasured as something precious in the very presence of God. And then we get the grand finale. The song expands one last time to include literally every creature in existence. Everything in heaven, on the earth, under the earth, in the sea, everything with breath joins this one massive universal chorus, giving equal honor and worship to God on the throne and to the Lamb. So all of this leaves us with a huge, provocative question. In this interpretation, the church is safe in heaven, taking part in this unbelievable worship service. But the story is not over. The worthy Lamb now holds the deed to the earth, and he's about to start breaking those 7 seals. This amazing celebration in heaven is really just the prelude to some incredibly dramatic and world-changing events that are about to be unleashed down below.